Good morning everyone. This video is for grade 11, day 23, chapter 3, Principle of Mathematical Induction. In short, I call it PMI, Principle of Mathematical Induction. So we are going to start a new chapter in this video. Now let's understand what is Principle of Mathematical Induction. Well, it's a mathematical proof technique. What we do over here is that there is a principal statement which we call it as Pn. So Pn is the principal statement which involves the natural number, only natural number. So we are going to deal only with the natural number over here. N stand for natural number, P stand for principal statement. So the principle of mathematical induction states, it says that there is a principal statement on natural number such that first we prove that for P1, that is for 1, n equals to 1, the principal statement is true. And after that we assume that there is a value k for which the principal statement is true. And then we try to prove that if for the value k, if the principal statement is true, then it's going to true for pk plus 1 also. Then in that case we say is that Pn is true for all the value of n which belongs to natural number. I know that here you can find it a bit complicated, but trust me, this is a very small chapter and a very scoring chapter. So let's see. Like the first question is, using the principle of mathematical induction, prove that 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus n squared equals to 1 by 6 n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 for all n belongs to natural number. If you want, you can remember this formula as well, because this is the formula to find the sum of square of numbers till n. So this is the formula, because in many competitive exam this question is being asked, and if you remember the formula, then that becomes very easy for you. For this chapter you are not required to remember the formula. I am talking about the future, right? So if you wish, you can remember this formula. This is going to help you for the competitive exams. Now I'm talking about the basic method, what we do. So see, I am going to tell you 3 steps which you are supposed to follow in all the question that belongs to this particular chapter. So 3 rules which you are supposed to follow for all the question related to this chapter. So the basic method, or you can say common method, is that first of all what we do is that we find the value for whatever the given statement is. Whatever the given statement is, I assumed it as Pn, which is my principal statement. So this was the given question, right? 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus n squared equals to this much. So I have assumed the entire equation as Pn. So this is Pn, which is my principal statement, such that 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus n squared equals to 1 by 6 n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. This I have assumed, right? This you have to do in every question. The first step is this, that whatever the given statement is, you consider it as the principal statement and you write it like this. This is the first and the common step for every question. Now let's move to the second step. According to PMI, which is Principle of Mathematical Induction, it states that first is that you find the value for n equals to 1 and prove that LHS equals to RHS. Then step number 2, find the value of Pn for k such that k belongs to natural number. Let us assume that for k the given statement is true, and at last prove that if it is true for k, it is true for k plus 1 also by proving LHS equals to RHS. So these are the 3 steps which you are supposed to follow in each and every question belongs to this particular chapter, right? Now let's see what I'm going to do. This was my question. You don't have to write this in the exam. I have written this just to make you understand over there. So you are not supposed to write these steps, right? So I'm just going to continue from here. So this is exactly what I have written. So Pn, the first step was that Pn equals to, I have to write the principal statement such that this is equals to this much. Now I have to find the value of, put the value for n equals to 1. Now see, whenever you put n equals to 1, you will choose only the first number. For n equals to 2, you will choose the 2 numbers. For n equals to 3, you will choose 3 numbers, first 3 numbers, right? So the value of n equals to 1, P1 is going to be how much? The value of first number only, which is 1 ka square, which is 1. Similarly, can you tell me that what is the value of P2 and P3? Please write it in the comment box. If you are getting it, write it in the comment box. What is the value of P2 and P3? Again, P2, let me explain P2 and then you can tell me the value. P2 is going to be 1 ka square plus 2 ka square, because these first 2 terms I'll choose in case of P2. Similarly, P3 means first 3 terms, right? So this is the value, 2 ka square plus 1 is 4 plus 1, that is 5. The value of P2 is 5, right? This you don't need to require. I'm just doing it to make you understand how to find P1, P2. So this is P1 means only, don't think that in the given expression you have to replace this n by 1. No, n means the first term. So P1 means only the value of first term. So which is 1 ka square, which is 1, right? P2 means the value of 2 terms, first 2 terms, that is 1 ka square plus 2 ka square. So please write in the comment box what is the value of P2 and P3. So from LHS, P1 is going to be 1. This is my LHS and this is my RHS. For the RHS, this is my expression. At place of n, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace n by 1. Why? Because I'm finding P1. So 1, 1, 1. If you simplify, you are going to get 1. So very clear that LHS is equal to RHS. So that was my first step. For every question, I am going to prove for the value of P1. Right? First of all, I will consider the given statement as Pn. Then I'll find the value of P1 and I'll show that LHS equals to RHS. The next step is that I will assume that let the given principal statement is true for all n equals to k, such that k belongs to natural number. So the pk is going to be, what I'm going to do is, pk means till kth term, right? That means you don't know where the kth term lie. Therefore, at place of n, what I'm going to do, I am going to replace it by k. So 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, dot 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 plus k square. And similarly, in the main equation, at place of n, I'm going to write k. So consider this as the as one of the equation, right? Now the third step is that once I'll assume that let's the given statement is true for pk, I'll find the value of pk plus 1 also. So for pk plus 1, the given statement 1 square, 2 square, 3 square till n square means at place of n I'm writing k plus 1. So it's going to be k plus 1 square, and before k plus 1 which term comes? K. And why I'm writing this? Why not this only? Because I have to correlate. So try to write this k plus 1 expression such that the expression you have used before can be used over here. As you can see that 1 square, 2 square, 3 square plus dot 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 plus k square, I have considered it as 1 and this k plus 1 square as the another one. Now I can replace this 1 square, 2 square, 3 square plus dot 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 plus k square by 1 by 6 k into k plus 1 into 2k plus 1, isn't it? So I can replace this by this thing. That's why we do that. So I have replaced this by this and write that from step number 2 I can write at place of this, I can write this, the same I did, and k plus 1 is as it is, right? Now I have two terms. Can I take one? Always whatever the numbers are there in the fraction, take it as common. Alright, take it as common. So definitely I'm going to take the fraction number which is 1 by 6 as common out. After that I have k plus 1 and k plus 1. So I can take k plus 1 common out. The left out term is going to be k, 2k plus 1 from the term number 1, and from here I am going to have k plus 1 into 6. Why? Because 1 by 6 I took common out, and there is no 1 by 6 over here. So it will be into 6. Now if you simplify it further, you will get this, right? So again I'm going to rewrite in the form of factors. So if you rewrite in the form of factors, you are going to get 1 by 6 into k plus 1 into k plus 2 into 2k plus 3. Now what was I am supposed to get? That I have to prove that Pn equals to this, and that is equals to 1 by 6. Now are you getting my point? Why I took 1 by 6 as a common out? Because I have to prove that this is based on this particular format. Because if we'll prove for k plus 1 is true, that from PMI it says that it's true for all the value which belongs to natural number. So here I have to prove that for pk plus 1 this value is true. That means for pk plus 1, if you are going to replace this n by k plus 1, you are going to save RHS based on this formula. This I need to prove. So it should be 1 by 6 at place of n, it should be k plus 1. So see, are you getting? Yes, 1 by 6 k plus 1, then k plus 2 I am getting over here. So the value is n plus 1. So k plus 2 can be written as k plus 1 plus 1, which means n plus 1 at place of n I have n, and this 2k plus 1 can be written as 2 k plus 1 plus 1, right? So again 2n plus 1. So isn't it I'm getting 1 by 6 n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1, where n equals to k plus 1. This is on the same format, 1 by 6 n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. So as per the formula I must get the same thing, and here I'm getting the same thing, right? Therefore I can say that this, I can write it like that. Therefore I can say that over here that pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. Because why I am writing pk is true? Because I assume that pk is true. So whenever pk is true, pk plus 1 has to be true, because I have used this pk formula while proving this pk plus 1, right? So I can say that p1 is true and pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true, because both are related to this. Therefore, principle of mathematical induction, using that I can say that Pn is true for all the value of n belongs to n. So I hope that you have understood. One more question I am going to solve, and this is exactly you have to write in your exam. Over there I have shown you few common steps also, which was there just for your understanding. Here like the way I am solving here, in the same manner you have to solve it in your exam. So let's see this question. Using principle of PMI, prove that 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus dot 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 n into n plus 1 equals to 1 by 3 into n plus 1 into n plus 2. This I have to prove, right? So this first step is that let the given statement be Pn, which is principal statement. Then I can write that Pn such that the given thing, this equals to this. The given statement I have written, and I have assumed it with Pn. Now the first step is that first of all I'll find the value of n equals to 1, that is P1. For n equals to 1, the LHS is going to be the first term only, which is 1 into 2, which is equals to 2, and the RHS is going to be how much? At place of n I'm going to put 1. So by solving it I'm going to get 2. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. I have proved it here. Therefore I can say that the given statement is true for n equals to 1, that is P1 is true. This I have proved that P1 is true. Now second step is that I will assume that Pk is also true. Then I can write it the same statement, at place of n I can replace it with k. I can write this is equals to, at place of n I am going to replace it with k. So 1 by 3 into k plus 1 into k plus 2, right? Let it be my equation number 1. I have marked it as equation number 1. Now the third step is that, now this is my assumption that pk is true. Now the third part is that I have to prove that pk plus 1 is also true. Now for pk plus 1, what I'm supposed to do is that, again I'm going to write the same thing. As I told you in the previous question, try to write the entire statement of pk, because this you are going to take help over here, right? So I am writing the same, that is plus k into k plus 1 till here I have written, and after that, since I am replacing this n by k plus 1, so it will be k plus 1 into k plus 1 plus 1, right? So same thing I have written, k plus 1 into k plus 1 plus 1, and before that I have written exactly the same statement for pk, that is this. So you don't have to get confused for that. That's why I'm telling you a way out. You can use the same statement because you are going to replace this entire statement with this every time you are going to do the same thing. That's why we assume pk, right? So that we can replace it in the next statement. So I'll replace this by 1 by 3k, and this term will be as it is, as you can see that. Now what I can do, again 1 by 3 you can take common out, because fraction part we take common. So if we'll take 1 by 3 common out, you are left out with this thing, right? Now what we can do, I can take 1 by 3 k plus 1 k plus 2, k plus 1 k plus 2 common out, so I'm left with k plus 3. So this is what I'm getting. So I am getting 1 by 3 k plus 1, k plus 1 plus 1, and k plus 1 plus 2, right? So you can consider this as n, this is my n plus 1, and this is my n plus 2, and this is exactly what I have to prove, that is 1 by 3 n plus 1 and n plus 2, which means that this satisfies this. You don't have to write n plus 1 n plus 2. This is I'm showing just to make you understand that we have reached our answer. Therefore, by getting this particular expression, I can say that pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. Thus I can say that p1 is true and pk1 is true whenever pk is true. Therefore, using PMI, we can say that Pn is true for all the values of n belongs to n. So as you can see that all the statements, whatever the lines I am using, is going to be same for all the given question. That's why I said that this chapter is very simple and a scoring chapter, right? So based on today's class, here I am giving you few assignment questions which you are supposed to solve. The link of the same you can get it in the description box. Please like and subscribe the channel and write your queries in the comment box. Thank you everyone. Apart from that, if you need anything in addition regarding your subject, then that also you can write it in the comment box. Thank you everyone, and take care.